If you're planning a trip to China, the sheer number of possible destinations can seem overwhelming. Where should you go? How long should you stay? How can you plan your itinerary so that you see the most sights in the least amount of time? By carefully thinking through your options, you can come up with an itinerary that will let you see some of China's most popular attractions without feeling rushed and overwhelmed by too much sightseeing. In this video, we will tell you about 10 best destinations in China that can help you start planning your next adventure to this fascinating country. So let's get started. Number 10, Great Wall of China. With a history spanning more than 2,000 years, it's no wonder that there are so many places to visit in China. One of those destinations is none other than the Great Wall, a series of wall structures built across northern China between 220 BC and AD 1644. Despite being called the Great Wall for centuries, most people aren't aware that it was never just one wall. It was actually a series of them, constructed by different dynasties over time. Number 9, Forbidden City, Beijing. Admirers of Chinese architecture will be blown away by Beijing's Forbidden City. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, it is one of Asia's largest palaces and was formerly home to Chinese emperors for almost 500 years. Other famous landmarks include Tiananmen Square and the Temple of Heaven. The Great Wall, Shanghai. No trip to China would be complete without a visit to its most famous site, and while you're there, make sure you stay in one of their many top-notch hotels. Use our handy hotel guide for inspiration. Hong Kong. Explore Hong Kong's natural beauty on Lantau Island, discover why Big Buddha drew tourists from around the world, or swim with dolphins at Ocean Park. Number 8, Summer Palace, Beijing. The Summer Palace is a large park complex situated on West Lake. It is adjacent to Kunming Lake and collectively known as the Lakes. The palace was first built by Emperor Qianlong in 1750. In addition to beautiful gardens and palaces, it also houses many cultural relics such as bronze statues, stone tablets, steels, and ancient Chinese paintings. Nowadays it serves as a public park with tree-lined promenades flanked by temples, pavilions, and tea houses that reflect classical Chinese architecture. Number 7, Tiananmen Square, Beijing. No visit to Beijing is complete without a trip to Tiananmen Square. It's one of most popular tourist destinations in Beijing, where you can get a good view of the Great Hall of the People and Chairman Mao Zedong's mausoleum. Sun Yat-sen Memorial Hall and Monument to the People's Heroes are also on display at Tiananmen Square, which was built during imperial times and reconstructed after 1949. Don't miss out on getting a glimpse of Chairman Mao's embalmed body. Number 6, Shanghai Old Town, the historical center of Shanghai. Have a local take you through the Bund, People's Square, and Nanjing Road. If you need a reminder that China isn't a new country and has been around for thousands of years, the Bund is the perfect place for that. See old colonial buildings and learn about what life was like when Shanghai was one of Asia's biggest trading ports. You can also take it easy in one of its many restaurants or go shopping at one of its countless malls. Number 5, Huangshan Mountain. The Yellow Mountains are a range of mountains located near Xi'an, Shaanxi Province, China. It is renowned for its scenery and views, along with its temples and pagodas. The mountain range is home to one of 5 sacred Taoist mountains of China. The Yellow Mountains also have large Buddhist influence. There are several large temples built into caves and cliffs within it, as well as several natural sites including Huangshan pine trees and Fairy Stream waterfall. Visitors can hike or take cable cars on some of these paths, but some areas require use of ropes or a steep climb for access. Number 4, Xi'an City Walls. Xi'an City Walls are part of a series of ramparts that were built during different time periods as Xi'an expanded. Although much of it was torn down during development, there are still enough walls left to provide an interesting glimpse into Chinese history. If you're interested in learning more about ancient architecture and Chinese history, be sure to see what you can see along Xi'an City Walls. It's also worth exploring some of the areas around Xi'an City Walls as well. You never know what secrets you might find hiding off one of its paths. Number 3, UGarden Shanghai. Located in what was once a private residence, UGarden is a peaceful oasis that's brimming with history. The garden dates back to 1559 and has been restored several times over its lifetime. One of UGarden's most prominent features is its man-made hill, which is made of stonework from an adjacent quarry. Overlooking Shanghai from near 40-foot heights, you'll be able to enjoy views of iconic Shanghai skyscrapers like Jinmao Tower and Oriental Pearl Tower, as well as classic Chinese architecture such as old residential buildings and Buddhist temples. The best part: admission is free. If you're looking for a relaxing afternoon stroll or some exercise at your own pace, and for very little money, make sure to stop by UGarden when you're visiting Shanghai. Number 2. The Bund, Shanghai, a strip of land overlooking Huangshan River. The Bund is Shanghai's most popular tourist destination and a great place for snapping a few Instagram-worthy shots. Don't forget to stop at on the Bund, where you can enjoy upscale cocktails and local beer. For dinner, head over to 812 Auto e Mezzo Vamana, where Chef Dino Ianco, previously at 11 Madison Park, cooks up some of Shanghai's best Italian fare. After dinner, make your way over to Bar Rouge, which offers live jazz nightly and has one of Shanghai's best sunset views. Number 1. Temple of Heaven Park, Beijing. This sprawling park is so big, it's almost like a second city, with lakes and gardens and monuments galore. But there's also plenty of history here. It was here that emperors once visited regularly to worship heaven by offering sacrifices at its hall of prayer for good harvests. Today, it's a place where locals gather and where tourists find respite from Beijing's bustle, especially on winter days when temperatures hover around freezing. So friends, which of these places did you like the most? Express your opinion in the comments box below. Thanks for watching.